Well, ladies and gentlemen, today is possibly the most important match of the series so far. We are back with our FM22 Journeyman, Man City, and our FA Cup final against Aston Villa. Now, this is an important match for two reasons. The first one, because I've realised, of course, the winners of the FA Cup get entered into the Europa League, and that will give us at least some form of European football next season. And secondly, I think if we don't manage to win this match, then we are actually probably going to be fired. We have a look at the club vision page and the job security up here at the top. We can see it is insecure. And obviously, if we have a look at the competitions, you probably saw already, we did not manage to get into those European places, which is kind of what we thought. But not only that, our form in the last few matches has been pretty poor. We drew 2-2 with Arsenal, which great, I guess, but we've lost to Crystal Palace, 2-1 win against Everton before that, and obviously the matches before that ones we saw on the channel, a 2-0 loss to Watford, which was preceded by a 2-1 loss to Man United. So all in all, not the best form to be going into the FA Cup final, but hopefully we can pull something out of the bag here and have a good match against Aston Villa. This is the lineup we're going to be going with to try and save our job. We've got Ederson in goal, a back four of Lamptey, Malacio, Diaz and Alexander-Arnold. Rice and Foden start in midfield. Isaac, Mariba and Adeyemi are behind Fabio Silva today. As always, guys, if you do enjoy today's episode, please do drop a like down below on the video. It really helps out with the YouTube algorithm. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe to the channel and follow along for lots more videos on the channel. Ollie Watkins and Ings still up front for Aston Villa. Is that they're both there in real life? I get really confused where Ollie Watkins is, which is a bit disappointing because I am an Exeter lad and obviously he is an Exeter boy at heart, so I should really know where he is playing, but it still confused me. Is he Aston Villa in real life? I'm pretty sure he is. This is how much I actually follow real football now. I'm so much playing Football Manager, I don't actually see much real football. Obviously, you know, catch the highlights like Chelsea losing 4-1 to Brentford yesterday. Spoilers of when I'm recording this and how far in advance I record. Little bit breaking the fourth wall there, but never mind. Foden coming down this left-hand side. He's out very wide. He is a roaming playmaker, I guess, so he has roamed over to the left here. But nothing coming of that chance apart from we get a header. We give the Aston Villa goalkeeper something to grab. But other than that, not a lot coming of that. Alexander-Arnold has found Fabio Silva, though. Oh, he's fluffed his lines. Oh, that was not good. He's been putting those away all season. I kind of hope this isn't going to be a representation of what's going to happen in this match, which is lots and lots of us getting chances but not putting them away, because that has been a very big theme of the last few matches with Manchester City. We'll be miles ahead on XG, we'll be miles ahead on chances, possessions and all the rest of it. But actual goals, not so much. Isaac here over to Lamptey. Foden now. Foden with a ball into the box for Adeyemi. Adeyemi back to Fabio Silva. It's been blocked by the Aston Villa defender. We're still searching for that first goal. Lamptey's now got a yellow card. We'll quickly just tell him to ease off those tackles. We don't want any red cards in this final if we can help it. Or if we do get them, they could be for Aston Villa and not us. That'd be much appreciated, I think. Once again, on the attack here, though, Alexander-Arnold playing that one forward, I assume, for Fabio Silva to run onto. But although Silva is pacey, he's not that pacey. That was expecting a little bit too much of him. Malacio's just let Danny Ings in here. Ederson has saved his skin. Why are we not jumping for that one? Why are we not attempting to head that one away or do something with it? We've just let it bobble over the top of us. And now corner for Aston Villa. We have managed to get rid of that one. But they are still on the attack here. It's back into the box. Alexander-Arnold kind of gets a header to it. And he has knocked it out for a throw-in. It was an interesting header, though. It was kind of backwards blindly, not really knowing where it was going, which I feel like is a less than ideal way of performing a clearance. That said, it didn't result in a goal, so we'll allow it. Still 0-0 at half-time though. Fans deserve this. Let's go with that. Let's pump our fists. Let's tell the guys to keep going. They can all make the difference. Go and prove it. All of that malarkey. Mariba seems nervous, which is a bit annoying. So I'm playing him rather than Almada because he said relishes big matches. And I assume this is kind of like a big match. So I thought Mariba would be the one to play. Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong on that. If he's going to continue being a nervous Nancy, then maybe we need to sub him off and bring someone else on. That ball played forward for Isaac there, but again, nothing coming of it. We got a tiny blip of a highlight. Alexander-Arnold launching this one into the box, but it is cleared, but only back as far as Alexander-Arnold. Mariba there just skipping away from a tackle, and it's a shot from range again. Nothing come of it. Maybe we could have done better and worked that one into the box rather than having that shot from range and just kept hold of possession. The clearance from Aston Villa though fall into us, and once again we can go on the attack. Adeyemi back to Rice here. Just calmly does it by the looks of it. Ruben Diaz over to Rice again, and it's just nice bit of build up, and there's the big ball forward to Adeyemi. Oh, I thought that one was going in. That would have been a spectacular goal if it had gone in, but it wasn't to be today. Just having a look down here. Lamparty not having the best game of his career. Mariba over to Rice here. Fabio Silva. Not that it will matter if we score here. Alexander-Arnold. Alexander-Arnold with his second goal of the season. Is that his first for us? I'm not sure it is. It's his first ever goal for us in the FA Cup final against Aston Villa. This will be worth it. If you are the winning goal here, Alexander-Arnold, thank you muchly for your services. You will be a good signing. We are 1-0 up now, though, against Aston Villa. That is very, very important because I think, like I said, this is probably the game that either gets us fired or saves us from the sack. And it will get us into Europe as well, which would be nice to have some form of European football next season. I definitely think it will help bring in a better quality, a better caliber of players than if we're not in Europe. And obviously, it would just be nice as well for this series to have our first taste of European football, albeit not through the league, not through qualification through the league. It will be through a cup. And I think we do need to do a lot better in the league next season, hopefully with a full season as a Manchester City manager rather than half a season. We can do better. Fabio Silva meeting that cross with his head, but it's pretty tame effort in the end. And a pretty easy save for the Aston Villa goalkeeper, really. We can start thinking about maybe a substitution or two in a minute. But what was that? We just passed it and just kind of blasted it at the back of an Aston Villa player, which has now allowed them to go on the counter-attack. Mariba back there, though, to tackle that player and regain possession for us. Rice now. Adeyemi, I do love our one-touch passing. It's so lovely when we get it right. That was not an example of getting it right. That was an example of getting it wrong. And it's back with Aston Villa now. Played all the way back to their goalkeeper. Can we get ahead to this one? We can. We have actually jumped for it this time and not just allowed Ings a free shot on goal. Fabio Silva over to Adeyemi. Mariba now playing it forward for Foden. Foden, I think he might have got a little bit of a shot off, but Aston Villa managing to block that one. We are going to get a corner out of it though. Can Alexander-Arnold add an assist to his goal? Not quite. Met by Ruben Diaz. It's a shot. It's actually quite a good effort, but it's not going in. Alexander-Arnold to Mariba now to Foden. Can we build another attack here? Isaac through on goal. He dinks the goalkeeper. It's his fourth goal. It's our second this afternoon in the FA Cup final. That was a really, really good finish from Alexander Isaac over there. Good choice starting him on the left-hand side. Sterling's been a little bit out of form. Isaac wanted some more games and likes the big games as well. He saw the goalkeeper commit himself to that save, and it's just a nice little calm lob. I mean, it's not exactly anything over the top. He's just very, very calmly chipped him. Cool as a cucumber. Very, very good composure there. And we are 2-0 up. Aston Villa going to try and change that this afternoon. Cross into the box here. Ruben Diaz clears the first one. The second one's come back in and they have pulled a goal back. That is not what we wanted to see here. We are going to encourage the team a little bit. That is not what we wanted as a result of our first goal. And who's at fault for that one there? I mean, is that Lamperty? It is Lamperty. He should have probably blocked that one better. And after that, it all just went a little bit wrong. That was a really good cross from Valentine Rosier there, though. It's a first touch cross. Right, time to make some substitutions. The problem being, I mean, we can bring on Laporte for Lamperty over on that left-hand side, because Lamperty, again, not having the best game of his career. And then we have got some tired legs in other parts of the pitch. Karim Adeyemi is probably one of them. Hi, I'd like to see what's going on. Thanks. There we go. Let's bring De Bruyne over on that right-hand side then as a replacement for the tired Adeyemi. We just need to see out the rest of the game here now. If we just don't concede, obviously, we'll win the match. That's kind of how goals work, James. That's barely mathematics. It's very, very simple. If we can just keep hold of the ball, though, for the next 5 or 6 minutes, not do anything too dangerous, not concede any counter-attacks needlessly, stay nice and tight at the back, or just get another goal would be good as well. Alexander Isak trying to make that one happen, but it is blocked by an Aston Villa tackle, who have now got a throw-in. But once again, we've regained possession from their set piece, which is lovely to do. De Bruyne back to Alexander-Arnold. Can he do another cross into the box? No, he can't, but it's back to Declan Rice. Mariba now over to Arnold again. Cross into the box for him. It is cleared by an Aston Villa defender as far as Danny Ings, and they can launch a counter-attack now. We need to kind of regroup, get that ball back before it goes through. It's through to Ollie Watkins. It's through to Ollie Watkins. His shot does go wide, though. We are lucky on this occasion, I think. I think that was more luck than good defending, if I'm honest. Foden to Rice now. Can we build an attack of our own? If we could get another goal here, that kind of kills off the game. But Aston Villa have regained possession through a beautiful tackle there. Back to Douglas Luiz. We just need to put some pressure on them, and hopefully they won't actually get their shot. Alexander-Arnold with some good defending there, just sort of cutting out that long ball forward. And now a long ball forward of our own. De Bruyne to Fabio Silva. It's cleared once again by Aston Villa's defence. It is turned into a very end-to-end last few minutes here. Oh dear, do we go cautious? Do we go cautious and hope for the best here? I don't really know. Our defence is definitely worse than our attack, so going cautious might not be the best idea. But then again, we are under a lot of pressure here. De Bruyne to Alexander-Arnold, trying to play that one forward again. I don't know why we've tried to play that forward so quickly. I would have preferred that we kept hold of the ball and just kept calmed down a little bit. There is about 3 or 4 seconds left, though, so we just need to survive this attack, and we will be FA Cup champions. We are going to win the FA Cup on our first attempt with Man City. And I think this is the first time we've seen this season. It is. We didn't win anything with Barnsley, obviously. The first one we've seen this season. But it's our second bit of silverware in 2 consecutive seasons. Obviously winning the championship with Barnsley. And now the FA Cup with Manchester City. Oh dear Lord. I am really small. That's my real life size, if anyone is interested. I've put my actual height in game. It's probably a bad thing to do. FA Cup win then for Manchester City. It's our first bit of silverware in charge of the club, and I think that might just secure our job for the summer. Or we're about to click next and gets fired. We'll tell the team we're very, very proud of them, and we'll go on and have a look at what else we get. Cup Glory. We've just unlocked the achievement Cup Glory. Happy days. We've won a cup. It's all very, very good. We still look unsecure. Our club job security is still unsecure. We win the FA Cup, which is always nice. Alexander-Arnold, very, very good in that one. Thank you muchly. We have qualified for the Europa League then by winning the FA Cup, and we enter the competition at the group stage. I do wonder... No, we still failed that, because they wanted us to qualify for the Europa League via the league, and obviously we didn't actually manage that, so that's not great. Some payouts there, FA Cup review, and hopefully now, oh, Foden, because we've managed that makes it worth it. Because we've managed to win the FA Cup and get in Europa League, and hence got continental football, Foden's happy to stay now. That's quite good. Right, hopefully in a second we should get the season review turn up. And of course, it was the next time I clicked the button. Let's have a look at our end of season review before we head into the summer transfer window. Busy season, the transfer market, and it's safe to say there was some good business bringing in some key new signings. I'm very happy with that. Who came in this season? And Danny Martin came in. He was before our time. We paid £15 million for him. He's made one appearance. And then got Fabio Silva, who was one of our signings, coming from RB Leipzig for 87 million, 15 appearances and 9 goals. I would say that's a pretty successful start to life as our main striker. Trent Alexander-Arnold, obviously £74 million, obviously coming over from Liverpool, 12 appearances. Some of that was obviously not quite as many appearances because he was injured. He's got a goal and he's got an assist. I think he's been quite successful. He doesn't tend to be getting the assists, but he will bring the ball forward quite well, which is nice. Miltayo came from Real Madrid this season before our time as well. He's been really, really good. Flavio Almada, he came before our time as well. 27 million we paid for him from Braga. He's obviously turned into our first choice centre attacking midfielder. So very, very happy to have him. Jacob Kruger, our wonder kid we've brought in. He's been injured for a big part of the season as well, which is less than ideal because we've paid a lot of money for him. But I think he's going to be a key player next season. Declan Rice came in this season as well. He's been fine. 6.98 rating, but he's playing as a ball-winning midfielder, so I don't expect him to get high ratings. We also bought in Svetkovic. I don't know how you say his name. He's had 1 start and 5 games in total. We only paid 3.7 million for him. I think he could be quite a decent signing as well. We've also got Mariba, who I think will be a key player next season. Obviously paid £57 million for him. He could still, if we're having a look at this, he can still improve quite a little bit into a leading midfielder. Tarek Lamptey came over from Bayer Leverkusen. What was he doing over there? I love this. So he was at Brighton. He went to Leverkusen for 26.5 million. We paid 46 million to bring him back to the Premier League. I didn't realise this was actually his debut season for Manchester City. And then we've got Emir Badia, who we brought in as well. He's had 2 substitute appearances. We paid 16.25 million for him from Galatasaray. I think that might go down as a misbuy on my part, if I'm completely honest. Transfers out. Seth Vandenberg went this season. Jared Bowen was before we got here, but we got 14.5 million for him. Luis Flornini. We've got Radu, Akoni. We had a lot of players go out this season. Fernan Torres. I can only assume Fernan Torres going to Nice was probably a continental football type issue because he seemed to be playing reasonably well, so I'd assume that was because he wanted to leave. Verissimo, obviously we sold. Yao Felix we sold as well. Callum Doyle left before we got here. Cancelo's gone. Paulina's gone. Nunes. It's a long list. Luca Netz, Liam Delap left as well, and an 19-year-old Kevin Edwards, who is a regen, so I've never heard of him. Season's results. Premier League first then. We were expected to qualify. This is before we got here. Qualify for the UEFA Champions League is what the board expected this season. We actually ended up finishing 9th. Home attendance, 99% full. Fine. 12 goals from Adeyemi being our top scorer, though that needs to change next season. I did have a look. I don't know if we can actually see this. Oh yeah, here it is. Past positions for Man City. I was having a look because at one point we were just above the relegation zone. I know that's early on, but the highest we were actually in league this season was 6th. So we never even got into the Champions League spot. We went as low as 11th, which is when the previous manager got fired. We then managed to get us up to 9th place, which is basically where we stayed for the rest of the season. FA Cup wise, of course, we expected to reach the semi-final. We've actually gone on and won it. Karim Adeyemi, the top scorer in that as well, with 8 goals. Carabao Cup, we got knocked out again before our time, but we got knocked out by Everton in the second round. Looks like it was on penalties. Nothing we could have done about that one because it happened before we got here. Biggest win then, a 5-0 win against Stockport. That's kind of to be expected. Match to remember, we saw on the channel a 5-1 win against Man United in the FA Cup quarter-final. And goal of the season then coming from Foden. This is actually in our last match of the season, so it's one I played earlier today. Let's have a watch of the goals. I don't know which one. I can't remember if it was the first or the second one that was better. So we'll have a look at both of them and you can be the judge of that. I think, yeah, it's going to just show our goals by the looks of it. No, it's going to show Arsenal's goals as well. Okay, Saka, fantastic goal. I feel like I'm going to leave that in just because it's worth showing you guys. Alexander-Arnold here, over to Rice, back to De Bruyne. I think this is the goal. Foden here with an absolute screamer from range. That's got to be the one that's goal of the season, I believe. It's a really, really good goal from him. And then we concede a big long ball over the top from Arsenal. And we're seeing the other Foden goal just for the heck of it. Isaac into De Bruyne, Foden, De Bruyne again, Fabio Silva, Foden. It's a really good, well-worked team goal. But that first one is obviously goal of the season. The absolute screamer from range from Foden there. Finances, we're saying it was a successful season on the pitch. I would dispute that quite a bit. I dispute that a lot, in fact. Sponsorship has gone way, way up in terms of finances. Broadcast revenue, corporate and hospitality, competition prize money, and matchday commercial and retail have all gone way, way down. I'm still saying this is a rebuild save. No one should be having to rebuild Manchester City. I don't really know what happened here still to this day. But next season is definitely a rebuild of Manchester City. Our top shirt sellers then are Grealish, Isaac, Ederson, Foden and De Bruyne. This is how we lined up. We've got Ederson in goal, Lamptey, Malacio, Diaz and Alexander-Arnold. That's probably more or less true. We then got Foden and De Bruyne in midfield. That's not true. De Bruyne has barely been playing there. That has mostly been Declan Rice, and then we've got Sterling, Almada and Adeyemi behind Fabio Silva. Again, that's pretty accurate. The only one I'd say change out of this is De Bruyne shouldn't be in there. Declan Rice should be in there. We didn't get any awards for this season as Manchester City manager. That's kind of to be expected, I think. No record breakers this season either. Fans player of the season is Kevin De Bruyne. All right. Young player of the season is Almada. We've then got Fabio Silva as our signing of this season. The goal of the season we just saw. Top goal scorer is Adeyemi with 20 goals in all competitions. Most assists is Phil Foden with 12 assists, so he's definitely going to stay playing as that roaming playmaker. Adeyemi got the most player of the match awards. Highest average rating actually goes to Edar Malacio with a 7.2 average rating, and Declan Rice, unsurprisingly, has the most passes completed per 90. They are really, really happy about this one, this derby match. They're showing that up again there. FA Cup, yeah, win that one. And we suffered a largely dismal campaign, playing well below expectations for the majority of the season and toiling in the relegation zone. I feel like that's a slight exaggeration. Only to mount an escape effort they will at least be able to look proudly back on. Again, I feel like some of that's a little bit of an exaggeration. Let's have a look. What do the board want us to do next season? Play attacking football, develop players using the club's youth system, entertaining and possession football, make the most of set pieces and play high tempo pressing football, all of which we're doing already, I think, apart from maybe developing players using the club's youth system, we should probably be better at. 5-year plan is to sign young players to develop for profit, work within the wage budget, minimum 4-year contracts, first team players and develop the best youth system in the country. Fine. It's got challenge for the Premier League title. That's an ambitious one for this season. I think we might get fired this season, you know. Oh dear. Although, to be fair, end of next season, they just want us to qualify for the top Champions League. So it's just a top 4 finish. Top 4 finish is what we're aiming for next season. We need to go to the end of season team meeting and discuss our plans. What shall we say to the players here? Let's put this. I know we're all disappointed that we weren't able to qualify for the Champions League this season, but I have faith that everyone in the room can build on this experience so we could come back next year and finally secure qualification. Most people are happy with that. You just said you were happy to stay here, Foden. You just said. So Grealish, Foden, Adeyemi and Isaac all disappointed. I expect that some of you have your own opinion. Sorry I have to say it, but I think I'll be looking to move next season due to our failure to qualify for the Champions League this season. Despite what you said here, I feel like I should be playing at that level. Okay. We should be reaching the latter stages of the Europa League. Let's aim even higher. Yeah, cool. So let's win Europa League. Foden, shut up, lad. Oh, no. Oh, no. Foden's being an absolute annoyance here. Badir wanted more. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. We've annoyed half the dressing room. Foden absolutely apparently determined to leave. So let's have a look at our dynamics here. De Bruyne wants to leave. Ruben Diaz, Laporte, we'd already said was leaving. Adeyemi, Isaac, Almada wants to leave. Kruger and Sezkovic. That's interesting. No Foden on there though, because Foden has just said he's happy to stay, but then said he's not happy to stay. If we're having a quick look at our squad depth here, Adeyemi is going to probably start over there. But it's more like who's dangerous to leave. Fabio Silva would start them, and then we've got Isaac, but Isaac's likely to want to leave. Adeyemi apparently wants to leave. Kevin De Bruyne, were you discussing a new contract yet? No. So De Bruyne is definitely going to be leaving in the summer because he won't discuss a new contract, and his contract, as we can see, ends in about a month's time. So there's no way he will be staying. Foden, hopefully we can actually keep hold of because he's got better and better as the season's gone on. And I really think he's super important to keep here. World class. And he's obviously homegrown at club as well. So I want to do everything we can to keep him. How long has he got left on his contract? Oh, he's got a while yet, so it's absolutely fine. I think most of those guys will stay back here. We're working from the back. I think we probably need maybe another goalkeeper, but that's not the most important signing we can make this summer. This side, we've kind of got Kruger and Lamberty who can play here, but we haven't got anyone who's actually a recognised left back. All of these guys want to play as right back, so we need a left back, I think, at the club. We probably need another centre back, if purely because Laporte's going to leave. We've then sort of got Ruben Diaz, we've got Eder Malacio, but that is kind of it. So we need another 1 or 2 centre backs, probably 2, maybe even 3 would be ideal, but I don't think we're going to get 3. On the right, we're pretty well covered. I'm happy over there. Midfield-wise, we've got Foden, we've got Rice, we've got Grealish, and we've got Mariba as well as Emir Badia, so I'm happy over there. On the left-hand side, we've got Sterling. We've got Foden who can play there, Isaac who can play there, Grealish can play there, Nonto can play there. So I think we're fine in these front 3 positions, to be honest. And up front, we've got Fabio Silva, we've got Malayon who can come in. Nonto can come in. He's not great, but he can come in. So I think it's mostly this season, build from the back and very much focus on those 4 defensive positions as well as maybe a goalkeeper as we build for the season ahead. We haven't actually got our new season budget yet. Let's have a look and see if we skip ahead, if we can get next season's budget come through. Well, our guaranteed budget was 93 million. What we've actually been given is 193 million. Although I noticed straight away that we've been given £6 million in wage budget. We're committed to spend 5.3, so we have got a little bit there. 193 million. If we have a quick look at players we have already scouted, and we looked at, let's say, a minimum of a 3-star potential, 3-star current ability centre back, and we've arranged this. So let's arrange in terms of ability. So the best one we can get is Christian Romero. We are looking at 108 to 130 million for him. We've actually put in a bid for him before, which was accepted, but he wants a obscene amount of wages. We've then got Pau Torres, again 78 to 116 million pound. I lie, we haven't actually tried for Christian Romero. This is who we tried for. Ronaldo Araujo from Barcelona. Yeah, you can kind of see what his wages are. They're a little bit mad. So to get anyone, like, I mean, we can go down to this guy here, Lautaro Valenti at Juventus, 51 million pound. I mean, we can go and have a look at this guy. I've been more tempted by the guys at this point. So maybe like Kevin Valdez. He's 100 million pound. But if I'm going to pay 100 million pound anyway, I may as well pay it for the ones that have got huge potential. Because everyone is super expensive. And I feel like it's going to be quite a difficult transfer window. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it in the next episode. For now, we've won the FA Cup, which can only be considered a good thing. As always then, guys, please do drop a like down below the video. It does really help out with the YouTube algorithm, and subscribe as well to see more content from the channel. Until next time though, if you want to have a look at some more content in the meantime, have a look at the video that's on the screen now, and I will see you for our transfer window in the next episode. Bye bye.